Bill? I have a statement. Yes, please. You come read it.
He has signed parts.
Oh, we have parts.
For those of you who don't know Nick Bakey, he spent the better part of the last 25 years as a writer for sitcoms and features.
Jack talked about the sacred and the profane.
Yes.
We've dealt a little bit with the sacred.
Okay. I have vivid memories of so many of you and would love to reconnect. Alas, unlike those of you who had children at an appropriate age, I slow-rolled the premise and will spend this weekend and the rest of my life chasing the Yankee dollar, not to mention high schools with wheelchair ramps so I can attend my son's graduation. As for the SMU experience, I value everything I appreciated back in the day. The subsequent years have also taught me to value all the stuff I resented as a brash young narcissist. If I had me as a student in a class I taught now, I would be horrified. You taught me well. You toughened me up. You didn't humor my bullshit, and that remains hugely beneficial.
Peggy, I'll be honest with you. Yellow Lily Dales remains problematic. Those grip-top socks are losing their grip thanks to decades of vodka and masturbation. I would also be remiss if I didn't ask you what the fuck was the deal with that Beckett speech with all of the Cunards and quack, quack, quahs. Dementia is coming for all of us. Why rush it? That being said, I hope you can take some pride in taming the lateral lisp of a guy who made a little noise in voiceovers. I have been the televised voice of a talking cat, an angry beaver, and, I kid you not, a testicle. To be precise, the right testicle in a Comedy Central cartoon called The Adventures of Baxter and McGuire. Laugh all you want, the testicle cartoon remains my lone Emmy nomination. Hey, it may not be projecting Richmond's speech to the end zone of the stadium, but it's a living. And lest we forget, Fagerbakke is the voice of a retarded starfish. So I think it's safe to say that when it comes to your prize pupils, dignity has taken a holiday.
I don't think retarded is the right terminology. This is to Mez. Mez, you may have shuffled off your mortal coil, but I will always be indebted to you for forcing me to expose my humble genitalia in the world's worst production of Murat Saad. Then again, has there ever been a good production of Murat Saad? Remember that smirking portrait of Bob Hope in the wings of our theater? Every night I walked by Bob in my filthy diaper, and I swear I could hear him saying, "Christ, Bakey, now I know where prosciutto comes from."
Jack, I think I can capture the inner monologue of every SMU student you trained when I say, "Why don't you love me?" Despite that unrequited love, I have used your superb training well over the years. I may never be Powers Booth, but as a talking cat, I paid your shit forward. That being said, I have forever been haunted by the feeling that, like Dr. Frankenstein, you longed to infuse my talent into Bob Curry's body. Oh well, I have no doubt Curry fucked up the read on this one, and for that, I blame you.
Jim, I'm still working on the form. I'm also waiting for it to catch on like Zumba. Yep. There's still, it's never too late. Jim, I love you. You were always a beacon of love, hope, and positivity. with the exception of Pilates Day. You're saying, go stand next to the wall, was the actor's answer to Hitler saying, who wants to go to the shower? Too soon for Hitler jokes? Fuck it. I've spent the last 30 years in a comedy writer's room. I am broken.
Gail, thank you for being there for us as we prepped for the league auditions. You were the good cop. You authentically wanted us to succeed, and I will always love you for that. The rest of you behaved like you hoped we would end up being prop masters at a puppet theater in Amarillo. To my fellow thespians, we are bonded by SMU like we survived years of fraternity hazing. I love you all. If I had sex with any of you, you remain my favorites. If not, well, it's not too late. But since I can't be there, fuck Whit Wales, I suspect he needs it the most. All right.
Oh, God. Well done.